Good morning, everyone. It's a lovely morning, right? My name is Jay, and I'll be your host for today. And first and foremost, I'd like to welcome you all to JobStreet's first ever virtual career fair. Okay, so it's been a tough year, right? And 2020 has been a very challenging year for everyone. But the good news is the market is reopening and recovery is in progress in 2021. As your career partner, JobStreet, we are here to help the most of these opportunities. So we put up 3 days event to provide you with opportunities to interact live with a wide range of companies. So if you happen to go to or visit the website, you can see there are a lot of companies participating in this event. And if you're lucky enough, you can be even invited to a one-to-one interview, like a virtual interview. That's correct. And that's not all. We understand the competitiveness of today's market. So you're probably going to ask your question if you're competitive enough. So there's a lot of questions about the age, the qualifications and all that. Don't worry about that because we also have partnered or collaborated with Future Learn, and they offer free certified courses. Yes, it's certified. That is to say they provide certification for the courses. And these courses are spread across digital marketing, robotics, cybersecurity, finance, HR, and many more. So you just have to check out the career page, the virtual career fair page. Just click on the banner that says level up your career at the main page. Okay, and for those of you who need career advisors, we also partner with professional career coaches to address your questions on the spot. Like you heard it right, on the spot. Like you can even chat with them live. They can answer to you right on the spot as well, okay? With that said, I'll leave you to explore the virtual career fair and get back to you. I'll get back to the focus of the live stream. So with me today, I am joined with the HR director of talent acquisition from Marina Bay Sands or MBS. Hi, Joyce. Can you hear me?
Hi, Jay. Hi, good morning.
Joyce? Yes, good morning to you, Joyce. I hope you have a great morning. Joyce will be talking to us about how the hiring has been going on in the midst of the pandemic. And if you guys have any question, you can always click on the pink button below that says join Zoom webinar to ask questions. All right. So I'll leave the floor and I'll hand it over to you, Joyce.
Thank you, Jay. And thank you for having me here today. First and foremost, I'm here to share with all of you on what it's like hiring in the midst of a pandemic. But first, let us understand what has been happening in the hospitality sector. You know, the hospitality sector has been impacted by the pandemic quite a fair bit. But yet, do you know that tourism businesses played a key role in the Singapore's battle against COVID-19? And the hotels are not spared. The hotels were being used for quarantine, swab isolation facilities. And do you know that more than 70 hotels have served as SHN hotels since March last year? So with this, I want to share that there are also about 80,000 people who are on SHN. And at the same time, there were about 2,300 frontline workers in the hotel industry who supported this. And without this effort from the hospitality sector, we will not be able to pull through this pandemic. But of course, Marina Bay Sands was not an exception. We were a SHN hotel in the early part of the pandemic. But rest assured that now we are no longer one. But with this, the government has taken time to ask us, the hotels, the tourism-related companies, to transform ourselves, our products, what we can offer, including looking at technology for future growth opportunities. So, as you can see in the picture, there is light at the end of the tunnel, where opportunities are still presented to all of us in the hospitality sector. So if you look at the picture now, if you see the skyline on the picture, it is the dawn of a new day, isn't it? So with this, you can imagine what life was like in the hospitality sector, and of course, behind the scenes in Marina Bay Sands. And I know all of you are familiar with Marina Bay Sands. And let me just show you the different aspects and buildings right now. If you know, this is a helicopter view of Marina Bay Sands, the hotel towers and Sands Sky Park. If you can see that at the top. And not forgetting, there is also the Art Science Museum, where you have a lot of exhibitions held, the theatre, the Sands Expo and Convention Center, and not forgetting where we all can shop, the shops. So with this preview, we want to share with you that Marina Bay Sands has celebrated our 10th anniversary last year. There were plans for the celebration, which did not materialize due to the pandemic. But nevertheless, here we are through the years. We embrace a spirit of innovation and constant change. We are very used to knowing that change is a constant. And for us, it's no exception. We had to fine-tune our operations and rethink what we can offer in terms of concept, in terms of customer service, to all of you and to people in the public. We are committed to evolve and adapt with times, which has to redefine the possibilities of what Marina Bay Sands can deliver as a destination, even during a crisis such as COVID-19 pandemic. So we had to go back to our drawing board, throw out old assumptions, redesign existing work processes, heighten our own expectations of ourselves or what we can deliver to meet customers' expectations and experiences, and introduce new roles, harness technology with innovation to see how we can be better every time. So as we always say, yes, it is a brand new world out there, but one that provides opportunities for us to reimagine the future. So with this, do you all know why are we called an integrated resort? So I want to spend some time here to share with all of you, because we are always known as Marina Bay Sands. We are our iconic three towers, and that's what is unique about us. As an IR, there's a hotel, there is Sands Sky Park, and you know, the size park with the Instagrammable infinity pool. We all love that pool, isn't it? And not forgetting, we have the best shopping in Asia, our largest nightclub in Singapore called the Marquee, and of course, not forgetting the world-class celebrity chef restaurants that I'm sure some of you would enjoy. And to name a few, we've got the famous Gordon Ramsay Bradstreet Kitchen, and by Wolfgang Park, we have Cut and Spargo. Spargo is right on top at level 57. There's also a theatre and a casino. We also have a Mines, a convention place where state-of-the-art technology is available. We have highly flexible exhibition halls and that can host over 45,000 delegates. This is also the place where weddings, banquets can be held. And if you like that, if you like Star Wars, identities, and future world, these are the exhibitions we have at the Art Science Museum now. So come visit us. But not forgetting, the safety precautionary measures are in place. So we want to assure you on that. So, due to the unprecedented global travel restrictions, the hospitality sector has taken a hit very badly. But yet, we saw light of what we can do for the future. We know that there's a decline in both visitors' arrivals and tourism spending last year. Visitor arrivals fell by 85.7% to reach about 2.7 million visitors, while tourism spending declined by a good 78.4% to 4.4 billion in the first 3 quarters last year. Marina Bay Sands is not spared, but we had to abide by the government directives to further reduce the spread of COVID-19. And because of that, the IR had to close temporarily during the circuit breaker period. but we continued to pay our staff salaries in full. This is the belief of our ex-chairman, Mr. Edison, and our late chairman as well, that we must keep the IR intact and take good care of our staff, no matter what. And before the closure in April last year, Marina Bay Sands organized all our restaurants basically and donated 15,000 kilograms of food to the Food Bank in Singapore, a food charity where they help old folks home and many other institutions in need. And as we already know, the hospitality sector is very much influenced by the economic situation and consumers' confidence. And we see 3 current challenges faced at hospitality and hotel levels, which will include, we feel 3. 1, adjusting to the new normal with respect to safe management measures that must be in place, because we need to help ourselves remind the public on the importance of social distancing. Not only that, we know many companies, including hotels, tourism-related industries, they redeploy their manpower. Marina Bay Sands did the same. We did that to retain our staff on the payroll, and we felt that that was important to provide jobs as much as we could. And related to hiring, there are challenges. We need to know how to attract the right candidates to join Marina Bay Sands. Despite the global pandemic, we have to change our channels. We have to learn how to use new methods to reach out to people, to reach out to all of you. And we're working on it. We have come up with new things, and we hope to share a little bit more. So as you can see, the challenges are very real. And because of that, we have 40 task forces to explore how to improve operations in the post-COVID-19 world. Just like many other hotels, companies, and especially the hospitality sector, we need to rethink, relearn, review, and re-energize ourselves for the future. So for us, it is important that we reskill and train our staff to prepare for the future. Give you some examples. There are no more buffets right now because you cannot go and take your own food. And then we need to look at contactless technology, and the public needs to register to check in if you're here on staycation to prevent crowds from forming in the property. So these are some of the things that we have done, and we hope to do more to support the importance of safe precautionary measures in Singapore, in the hospitality sector, and of course, as an IR. And not forgetting, in the new normal world, what can the hospitality sector offer on a renewed hospitality experience? We have a lot to think about. We thought of technology, but technology must make sense to work for us as a business. Technology use must make sense to work for us for hiring as well, and for reaching out to you. Marina Bay Sands is also adopting a new way of business where we come up with innovative, creative solutions. And just to give you one example, we need to make sure that we train our people to be able to know how to do things differently. Sanitizing, cleaning of the areas, because the health and well-being of our guests, including our own staff and the community and all of you, are important. So just to assure all of you, we are very glad to declare that we are SG Clean certified and also a Veritas Safeguard hygiene excellence and safety label accredited venue. We have attained that. So thankfully, we will continue to optimize our processes and initiatives across the IR using also 3 principles: prevent, protect, pursue. And in doing so, we want and will continue to deliver safe and reassuring experiences as we welcome guests back to our property, restore guest trust in the pandemic world. And in doing all this, we had to redeploy our current staff from areas which were closed due to the pandemic into supporting safe precautionary measures in Marina Bay Sands. For example, many of our staff were helping out to do temperature taking, guarding the entrance, ensuring that people clock into their tokens, At the same time, we also have safe distancing ambassadors in place so that to help ourselves remember that the safety measures are important. So with this, what do we do now? What is the current approach that we should focus on in the hospitality sector, which we believe Marina Bay Sands has very much embraced? So the 3 approaches that we were talking about will also relate to what the hospitality sector is focusing on. We think the 3 approaches will include a focus on the local market. Yes, even with the international travel at a standstill, domestic demand become critical to support our tourism business. And as you know, we have our Singapore Discovery vouchers. 300,000 Singaporeans had used the vouchers so far. That's at least what we know so far. And we are hoping that people will make bookings with Singapore hotels, attraction and tours, and get our hospitality sector and support the hospitality sector hotels during this time. Yes, Marina Bay Sands do have attractive staycation packages. So check us out on our website. And the second thing that we thought about that was important is to have a digitized guest experience, which we have gone along the contactless journey. We want to minimize physical interactions through contactless payment solutions, which you can see in many hotels. We have it here at Marina Bay Sands. Contactless delivery of service from luggage to sending of hotel amenities to meet the guest needs. We also want to assure our people, our staff who are working with us, that the safe precautionary measures are in place, not just for the guests, for our staff as well. So this is important for Marina Bay Sands. And we went all out to have a new hybrid broadcast studio. Some of you may have known that this is a state-of-art hybrid broadcast studio at Marina Bay Sands, and it is the first in the MICE industry. It has cutting-edge technology, live streaming capabilities, hologram functionalities for both live and virtual audiences. So in future, we are expecting for MICE industry in Singapore, we are able to present virtual reality shows. So look out for it, okay? And the third thing that we feel that is very important is in order to have all this technology in place, we need to have a trained staff, and they must be upskilled to manage all this technology. Some examples will include, we train our audio experts, lighting and audio experts, who are more accustomed to traditional MICE events. They have to go through training to upgrade themselves, to understand what is augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality. Wow, imagine And not only that, our sales, my staff, they had to be sent for a digital event strategies course, which is a global accreditation on virtual and hybrid events. This will help hone their skills and proficiency to help clients conceptualize, plan, and of course, co-create new hybrid events. That said, we have always placed strong emphasis on training and development for our staff. Since our opening, we have invested over 4.2 million hours of training and attained close to 49,600 statements of attainment for staff who have completed WSQ modules. So these are all done behind the scene to make sure that we always do better than we are right now, even during such times like the pandemic. And we know that the pandemic will not go away so soon, at least. So, as you can see, the hospitality sector is really kept busy during this time. And for us, this is what I'm going to tell you. The hiring never stops. And for those who have a passion and are willing to learn new things, do come and have a brighter future with us. In Singapore, we continue for Marina Bay Sands to pay our staff salaries during the circuit breaker last year, and we continue to do so even now. We offer one of the most competitive salaries in the hospitality industry in Singapore. And these do not just apply to full-timers, but also to contract and part-timers as well. Do come and find out more. And beyond all this, not forgetting that we do offer on-the-job training, monetary awards and rewards, additional perks for staff, such as complimentary food and discounts at our shops. Career advancement opportunities are available. And for us, we always like to share with our candidates, and very important to people out there to say that, come talk to us. You need to be able to understand what you want and find something for yourself at Marina Bay Sands. And just to share a little fact with all of you, 50% of our staff have been with us for more than 5 years. And I think this is, to us, quite an achievement and a good reflection of how long our staff stay with us. Would you like to be part of this Marina Bay Sands family? And of course, be a part of the hospitality sector with the hotels and in many tourism-related companies. But Marina Bay Sands, we have about 10,000 staff in total, and more than 2/3 are made up of Singaporeans and SPR. So, as you can see, we are actively hiring, and we have about 200 roles across the IR, ranging from security positions, food and beverage roles, housekeeping, and not forgetting cybersecurity, analytics, analysis, analysts, internal audit roles, and of course, project management roles. And as you know, the expansion of Marina Bay Sands continues. And you may have heard about that in the media over the last 2 years, that we will continue to expand in the coming years. So I think right now, we want to share further with you of what is happening in Marina Bay Sands. We embrace diversity. Yes, we do that because it can be seen that we have about 50 nationalities working with us at this moment, at any one time. We also do not have an official retirement age on our senior workforce. And of course, we must adhere and align ourselves to what MOM has for Singapore. And not forgetting that we also invite and hire people with disabilities to join us too. Currently, we have about 26 PWDs with us, and we hope to have more. So do please reach out to us on that note. Next, what is more exciting than just hear me talk? But we want to show you a video of what is a day's work like for our staff at Marina Bay Sands. It's just a short video, but we hope that will give you an idea of the culture of Marina Bay Sands, the environment, the type of jobs available, and most importantly, what is it like in a hotel, IR environment, and what it takes that you may have already to be in the hospitality sector. So do sit back and enjoy this video, and I'll be back.
After I finished school, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So when I saw the opportunity to work in an iconic place like Marina Bay Sands, I had to sign up. As a logistic attendant, I receive and deliver goods on behalf of all the outlets here. Let me show you around.
Hey, hi bro, can park here bro.
Hey, thanks.
No worries.
Can I check with you, for the culinary team, what are some of the things that Akomi does?
Basically, we have to do delivery, take the stock take, prepping our veggie, basically whatever the team needs from you, you have to do it lah.
So now as a junior sous chef, what are some of the tips for someone considering a career?
I didn't do well in school. Was pretty into motorbikes, but you have to work hard, and I think I'm doing okay right now.
Oh, hey, cool. Thanks, Adam.
No worries, bro.
Hey, man. Hey, I checked with you. Why would you choose this over an office job?
Well, I like being on my feet and moving around.
But don't you also like work long hours?
Yes, it can be long hours, but the time passes so fast. The adrenaline rush during dinner can be so addictive, and it helps that we have a team member dining room that serves up to 3 meals a day.
Oh, hey, same for me. Actually, my favorite is the nasi lemak, bro.
Well, my favorite is the laksa. Hey, where to next?
Maki, bro.
All right, see you.
See you.
Hey, Iskandar, right on time.
Hey, no worries,
Thank
Haley.
you.
Hey, come on, me asking, what does a day in your job look like, actually?
As a cocktail server on non-service days, we do training, cleaning, maintaining the club. And on operational nights, we do border service for tables.
Wow, your job sounds very high energy. How do you keep up?
Yeah, well, I keep myself healthy by exercising. Most importantly, you have to enjoy working in an environment with loud music. Oh, and uniforms are provided with laundry services, so I don't have to stress what to wear and if I wash them. Oh, John, that's a cool move.
Hey, John. Hey, how about you?
Hey, for me, uniform, I only got one. For me, I'm a showman, I'm a bartender, I flag, and I make drinks. Then sometimes I give a listening ear to customers who want to tell me their stories.
Wow. So, what's the toughest part about your job?
So the toughest part is you have to remember a recipe of different cocktail all the time. And there's so many of them, so we have to keep it on our head and always be on the move in the job.
Wow. And if you don't know?
If I don't know, I just turn around and check with my colleague real quick. And of course, most of our cocktails have the same ingredient. And sometimes we do tend to forget. So after double confirming the ingredient, I will just come back real quick and make my drinks fast.
Oh yeah, the experience is an important part of the job, so we have our tricks up our sleeves.
Wow, cool. Okay, thanks guys. See you.
Hi everyone, welcome back. So now, as you can see, we do have many positions available. And we hope that you can check us out on our website so that you have a better idea of what the job requires. Do you have the skill sets, the knowledge, and what is suitable for you, basically. So we'll talk a little bit more about that, and perhaps later as well in the Q&A session. So yes, we do have full-time positions, temporary roles, contract positions, flexi part-time schemes, ancillary. These are just different terminologies that we use to describe the employment types that we have. So we hope to be able to have a chance to talk more with you and to discuss with you on that note. And not forgetting that, so these are the team member exclusives that our staff get to enjoy. So I hope you will have a chance to have a quick look. I'll give you some time, and rest assured that Marina Bay Sands is also near an MRT, the Bayfront MRT. So in terms of transportation, it's quite convenient actually. And not only that, we provide meals to our staff. And for those who are working on shift, definitely the night transport. So to find out more, let me direct you to the website, which we will show you later and very shortly as well. So at this point, I also want to share with all of you some of the accolades that Marina Bay Sands received for our human capital efforts. And with our eyes set firmly on the future, we will continue to be on the lookout for talent to take us to the next chapter of growth. And yes, even during the pandemic, do join us to shape the future of hospitality in Singapore. And at this time, I would like to take the opportunity to thank our employees, our staff, and the support of the industry, where we were able to be recognized for all this. It is not a one person's effort, but everyone on our team and everyone in the hospitality sector as well. We thank you for that. And next, we are also very big on corporate social responsibility. And if I could share something more personal with all of you, in fact, one of the reasons why I decided to join Marina Bay Sands is because of our CSR program. We believe very strongly in giving back to the society, to the local communities. And when we join Marina Bay Sands, you're already having the opportunity to do so. And this was one of the decisions I made and felt that there is a lot more in Marina Bay Sands than work alone, although I know work is important. But we also believe that with this aspect, a happy employee or staff who finds meaning in our lives or your lives will be motivated to serve others better. So there are some highlights, as you can see from the screen. I just want to particularly draw your attention to this thing about the $425,000 of coins collected from the Rain Oculus, in Marina Bay Sands. When we have that, they're all donated to community chests. And not forgetting that we have raised 27 million through Sands for Singapore Charity Festival. So these are just some highlights that we want to share with you. And there are many others in terms of volunteering with non-profit organizations with support from the company. And we are very high on CSR. And I'm sure if you talk to people and our staff in Marina Bay Sands, for those who are involved in CSR and want to be involved in CSR, they will be able to share more with you. But for those of you that you find that it's not something that you're very familiar with, I'm going to show you another video to let our staff share with you what they have done in Marina Bay Sands on their CSR efforts. So do enjoy this video as well. This video is slightly longer, but I hope you'll get to know a little bit more about what we do besides work in Marina Bay Sands. Do enjoy.
Hi, my name is Mandeep.
Hi, my name is Nick Yusni.
Hi,
Hi Pritika, I'm Celine. Hi.
I'm Don.
我叫 Wendy，我是 Sherry。
Well, there's a couple, but the one that stands out the most is the AWA house cleaning.
李阿妹啦，还有去过 Welling Hut。
Cerebral palsy, I went for their sports day. The grocery gift back.
We also did the hygiene packing.
I volunteer because it's something that my mom has installed in me from a very young age. It's always good to give back to society, to the underprivileged. It creates a sense of peace within me, and I really, really want that. So I think it's, it makes me feel happy.
其实做义工是我儿子让我去。为什么我儿子会想要去做义工呢？因为我就想要自己就你又能帮助到别人，对吧？也有一个精神的寄托这样哦。
I want to do it because I have a passion for volunteering, and for me, I think we are not rich or so it's like that one bit I can do a difference for a person's life. I think I can't do a difference to everybody, right? So yeah, if that difference make a lot of changes for the person, yeah, I would definitely do it.
Basically, my auntie is one of the chairman who handling events for Tampines North CC. So whenever I'm available, I just message her that this week I'm available. Is there an event going on? Just message me. That is where I start to involve.
有啊，去分米咯，跟我儿子啦。我也是会去帮人家打扫。尤其是那些老人家一房一厅的哈，那些老人比较老的不能做工啊哈，就是躺在那边，就是去帮他打扫一下这样。那以后你叫我去啊？好啊好啊，以后你叫你一起去。以后我们自己去。
So what I did was, together with my small pool of volunteers, we were able to secure a very old building at Coleman Street, convert it into a museum, and hold a museum exhibition. We had a flea market that ran all the way from day till night. And we sold food and beverages and knickknacks and tote bags. And we were successful in raising $12,000.
So I'm also a yoga teacher, a certified yoga teacher. I just want to give back. So what I do is I create sessions for usually people who are beginners, who don't know anything about yoga. And I just try to create this session that will create that well-being sensation. So there's actually no money involved. I don't get paid, and I'm not looking forward to being paid. I just want to give back, and I want to create this sensation in them to feel good.
我最难忘的就是那个残障的那个小孩子的学校，那个我没有这样子的这样辛苦啊，要带着孩子这样去学校。我有访问那个母亲，她讲，因为自己的孩子嘛，她也不可能放弃啊。听到有点感动哦，真的是很伟大这样子。我最难忘的就是在李安妹老人院，看见那些老人，看了很心酸的，所以就走过去跟他们交流，跟他们讲话，给他们开心一点，还不会这样伤心嘛。他们给他们温暖，给他们一些 warm， 他们就感觉到很欣慰了。对对。
Very proud with Marina Bay Sands. They actually not really involved in the short-term contribution. It's actually a very long-term contribution to all this organization.
We do consider ourselves very lucky to be born in such privilege that we are in, and seeing these people who are born with disabilities, it's unfortunate, but I'm glad that at least the company is contributing some ways or another to make their life a happier one.
I think it's fantastic. It's you're giving chances to people that don't normally have the opportunity to further their studies, and especially in an industry which I feel is so vibrant and it's ever evolving. Singapore is such a small country. We don't have natural resources. Its resources are its people. So all the more we should be investing in people that especially want to pursue a career in the hospitality industry, because we need good people. And I think it's amazing that the company that I'm a part of supports people's education as well.
I think caring. I think more is basically when you are donating or giving back to the underprivileged, there's a sense of attachment that sort of forms and builds up. And it sort of helps me be a better person at home, especially now with how the world is. It's good to have that kind of positivity, that knowing that that person that you just helped is not living the best life. Because trust me, you do not know what one is going through. And sometimes, just ask him, how are you? How's your day? It's a big difference.
You won't understand until you do it, until you experience it for yourself. Then you will be able to relate, to connect and feel that magic dust that you feel whenever you're giving back. You've got to try.
Every single human being, they have this soft spot in them, that caringness and all that, but they just don't know how to bring it out from them. So if you really want to and just don't know where to go, where's the avenue and all that stuff, come and join us, Marina Bay Sands, participate. You will really know, it will just come out of you just like that.
So, I hope you have enjoyed that video. And right now, I just want to probably whet your appetite a bit. If you're interested to join us, do check out the website. We have our positions and roles available. And perhaps we'll take some time to just share a little bit more. And feel free to share about all these jobs and roles with your friends and families as well. And we believe that it's a form of how we can outreach to people who need jobs, and hopefully you'll find something suitable for you with Marina Bay Sands. We've got a contact number there as well. And we hope you have enjoyed what we can offer so far. And I believe we can address other questions along the way. And yes, so this is what I have today for all of you. So Jay, back to you.
Well, Joyce, thank you so much. I have to say, it's very inviting and it's very promising. And my favorite part of it there is actually the exclusive discount, of course, right?
Oh, right. You eye on that?
Yeah, right. But, we are getting overwhelming questions right now. This situation right now. Let me start with the first question, Joyce, for you, right? Let me get to that question. Okay, so what's the outlook of your industry since globally many are still trying to recover from the pandemic? Can you share some thoughts about it?
Yes, I can. In fact, I've touched a little bit on this earlier. We talk about the current situation, and there's always an opportunity at the end of the tunnel, especially when we are in a pandemic situation right now. So with this, I think it's important to know where we are. But for Marina Bay Sands, our commitment to continue to expand remains. And that is very much what we are focused on right now, which also means that we need to always improvise ourselves, even despite the pandemic situation. And to do that, we need to train our people. And to do that, we need to hire people. So, and that's the reason why we need people to join us, and of course, join the hospitality sector as well. And be very clear of what you're looking for. So I believe we will maybe talk a little bit about that later as well. And yes, so in short, Marina Bay Sands, we are still expanding. We are still looking at opportunities available. So yeah, even during such times.
Wow, that's lovely to hear, Joyce. All right, so I think it's very inspiring that MBS invest heavily on the job training to keep employees up to date with the skills, right? But what about those candidates who are interested to apply into MBS but do not have the necessary skills, not yet, rather, right? Would you be willing to consider this type of candidates?
Okay, this is a good question, and there's no right answers. So I hope whoever who asked this question, please bear with me, all right? Yes.
Yeah.
And I think it's very important that for a start, you need to know what you want. So we differentiate, like for ourselves, we differentiate our interests as well as what we want to do as a job. So for those who are interested in a particular role, but you feel that you do not have the necessary skills, I would like to, at this point, say that, you've got your skills future. You've got so many other courses that in the market that the government is actually advocating. So don't stop here. Go, study, reach out, upgrade yourselves. Okay? But as to the question of whether you should apply for the job now, then it depends on what you're applying for. If today you decide, for example, like someone who decides that, oh, I love the cleaner's job, for example. And for a cleaner's job, do we need a qualification? That's the first thing that people ask as well. So we are saying that it depends on the job. For a cleaner's job, we need to look whether you are prepared to do a cleaner's job. You know what is it? So you must be prepared to do that. And what kind of skill sets? And these are things that we can train. So earlier on, I mentioned in the presentation that we do on-the-job training. So in our departments, we do have trainers in the department that provides training for that. So it's important that we equip our people to do the job that they need to do. So we know that a lot of companies we will always say that, no, you need to deliver and we need to do well. But then as employers, right, and this is just a call to employers, we have to equip the people to do so. So at Marina Bay Sands, we actually have trainers. We have people and supervisors who will guide and definitely assess the performance of our staff along the way. And even more so during this pandemic, where things are different. There's a hybrid of returning to work, working from home. So it depends on the nature of your role. So I do think that if you don't have the skills now, it depends on what you're looking for. If today you want to do a cybersecurity job, for example, but you're not trained in cybersecurity with the qualifications or any skills in it, the question is, how do we employ someone without such skills? So I think it's also a fit of what you can offer, your background, to when you apply for a job. So I hope that answers the question in a different manner. And I hope that works for the person who has asked this question. Yeah.
I think so, right. And having said about what the candidates wanted to apply, right? My next question is, which are the key departments in Marina Bay Sands is currently hiring for?
Oh, I mentioned quite a few examples earlier. Our security is one, security officers. So if you've got friends who want to try out what the security officer's job is like, please apply to us. If you're already trained and have background in that, please let us know. We've got positions in food and beverage areas. And at the same time, of course, cleaners are in demand right now. And especially more so with the pandemic, I mentioned earlier that we do use and place a lot of emphasis in cleaning, ensuring that our place in Marina Bay Sands are clean, safe. So these are the positions that we are still looking for. And at the same time, not forgetting cybersecurity roles. I know it's a very hot topic right now in Singapore and around the region, cybersecurity. And the other roles that, of course, we welcome would be if you have background in analytics and you'd like to be an analyst, so we do have roles like that. So do check us out on our website, Careers at Marina Bay Sands. I think that's important. And we're also looking for auditors. So there are a spectrum of roles for different levels. And it depends on, again, I emphasize what you want and what you think you can do. And very importantly, go all out in the interview, and be prepared in the interview to do your best as well. So it all comes in as a package. And when an employer or the hiring managers look at you and you're able to present yourself, I think that's important. Your confidence level and how you articulate and how you sell yourself, I would say, present your strengths, and all these are important things at the interview. Yeah, but of course, it all starts with the resume.
Exactly. I
Yeah,
agree
it all
with
starts
that.
with the resume. All right.
Right.
So with that, I will always ask people or advise people that you can get creative, definitely, in your approach to approaching your employers or your future potential employers. But I would also like to be realistic to say that you should always show yourself through your resume. One, emphasize your strengths. So if today you find that you're lacking in certain aspects, because of the job criteria or requirement, then you should emphasize on your other attributes. For example, like, I'm adaptable to an environment. Wow, employers are all looking for that. Imagine someone who is adaptable to a situation. People throw you in any kind of situation, even in a pandemic. You are able to see through what you need to do. So being adaptable, you can emphasize that. You can, if you're very good in customer service, for example, very good, and you know that you just have that thing for it, yeah, go for jobs and emphasize that as well, because that will also show that you have a certain level of interpersonal skills and you're able to talk to people, listen to people, interact with people, and do your job well as a result. So these are aspects that I would think that are practical, very practical, because you know yourself best when you apply for a job. And I will also say that please be realistic as well, please be realistic and always enhance and go learn and relearn things. And don't stop at, if you have a passion for something, so passion is the other thing. If you have passion for something, you can be an engineer. But today, we can take courses in HR, for example, certificate courses and all. And today, you can be doing HR. So these are just some examples I feel is very important. And of course, there are many other factors that we can talk about why people get jobs easily, they get offered jobs, why some people don't. So it's always good to review, but please be patient. And the most important thing I always say is don't give up.
Right, I agree.
You should never give up, because today if you do, you lost that opportunity totally. So don't give up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're actually correct that learning is actually a process. You're learning now, and you'll keep on learning actually. That makes us grow, right? So next question, Joyce. What does your organization do to prevent employee burnout?
Okay. I mentioned about, this is a very interesting question, and it's the in thing right now, I guess. It's the in thing. We all talk about it.
Right.
We always say that you need to have work-life integration. That's very important, which means that a balance of your work and your life, be it social life, family life, So I think what we do is we maintain that communication with our staff and people in different ways, be it online or in person, making sure that the safe distancing measures are in place. Wear your mask 1 meter apart or more. Those are still important, but it's important to keep the communication going regardless of the channels or the platform. I think that's very important. And that will help people talk and share and keep sane. I think that's very important too, on that note. And not forgetting, we do have recreational activities, but not in person, but, virtual kind of activities as well. So I think these are things that we keep our staff engaged, and that's very important at this stage. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay. So I have here. I think this is a very important question. Sorry. Considering this kind of situation right now with the pandemic, right? One participant is asking which one you consider most of for the application, or giving priority. Is it the walk-in or online application, and how long does it take to process?
Our textbook answer to say that we will try to process as soon as possible.
Yeah, great.
But we know that that is not possible. All right. We are quite realistic. You know, we do have many applicants who writes to us and who walks into our talent hub, also known as our recruitment center, which is also by the bay, right in the premises of Marina Bay Sands. So we do have that talent hub for people to walk in. So I think the priority should be equivalent to everyone, regardless of whether you are walked in or whether you apply through our website, and of course through JobStreet website as well. Right? Very important. You know. Yes. So on that note, we do take some time because we like to look at the fit of someone for a role, and we need to match and also assess and give the opportunity for interviews with as many candidates and applicants as possible. So if you look at the average time, we take about average of about 6 weeks sometimes to onboard someone, and that will include someone applying to us, including interviews and all. That's provided if everything is smooth on the assumption, you know, because for us, anyone who joins Marina Bay Sands, because as an integrated resort, right, at the IR, we do need to put people through a background check. And that usually will take an average of about already 2 weeks. So when we look at sourcing for applicants, that will take probably some time, but we hope, and the target is always for us to do it as soon as possible, rest assured. Yeah, rest assured, because we are very eager to have people join us. So to do that, we do our part as well to make sure that we turn things around. So yes, we are working very hard here. So as I mentioned earlier, the hotel never sleeps, the IR never sleeps. We are still on the ball. It's just that we have a different way of doing things right now. Because of the pandemic, we need to put certain measures in place. Yes, it will sometimes take some time and it will take longer than what you expected us to do. I will have to say my apologies at this point. Yes, but
That's
if
very
the expectation,
understandable. No worries.
yes.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm getting a lot of questions about are they qualified to apply, right? So my next question is, what are the top 3 attributes that are currently in demand in your industry?
I mentioned a few things earlier. One is adaptability. I think if someone is adaptable, especially during such times, try to stand out in terms of that. You know, I think that's important because we need people who are able to not only work hard, but able to face customers when they have to, depending on their job. You know, and to have be able to adapt to changes, really, a changing environment. So I think that attributes of adaptability is very important, especially during such times, and it shows. So today, imagine you have this attribute as compared to other people, and you show that and is able to convince that to your interviewer. Once you have a chance for interview, right? Imagine how much that would be worth. You know, I think you should sell or market yourself in that manner as well. And the other aspect that I think we need very much as an IR would be customer service skills. Be it like today, you want to be a security officer, you want to be a service attendant in the food and beverage, even our chefs and commis, you know, they come out and welcome and talk to guests. The customer service skills are important for us. And it's really a skill. If you have that, it's definitely a strength. So show us what you have, you know, on that note as well. And in the hospitality sector, it is really something that everybody would love to see. And of course, last but not least, I mentioned about the word passion earlier as well.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not easy to find people with a passion in hospitality because there are times that we do need to work longer hours,
Right.
shifts and all. But this is what it is like in the hospitality sector in Marina Bay Sands and in the IR. So I hope these are some things that you can consider and will be helpful. But I know that we are running out of time.
Yeah.
And I would love to address as many questions as possible. So Jay, if there are questions that, and if there are people out there, all of you, who have questions that you would like me to address, please feel free to write to JobStreet. And I would like to connect with you, or my team will be able to do that. Our talent acquisition specialists will be able to connect with you and answer the questions as well. So we hope to do that even after this. And it doesn't stop here, right? It doesn't stop here.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Thank you so much, Joyce, for offering that help to our candidates. And yeah, I agree with you that unfortunately we don't have much time now, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
But I just want to ask you one last question before I end the session, right? So just a very simple one, because some of the candidates might not be good in like a virtual interview, right? Can you probably give us a little bit of a tip if you have for the candidates that are kind of shy on camera or on the phone, right? If they prefer, doing it live, in person rather.
We actually have different ways of interviews. So I mentioned that earlier as well in the presentation. We do have online, in person, as well as even on the telephone as well. So there are different ways that we've adapted in terms of interviewing, including onboarding as well. So even during COVID, we had to change our ways of onboarding people, and instead of onboarding people to have orientation on site in Marina Bay Sands, we have orientation online. So these are things that we adapted quite quickly, and it's important that there's some roles that we do need to see the person in person, the candidate in person. Because if today you apply for a security officer's job, for example, or a job that requires customer facing, and if you're unable to come and have an in-person interview, we need to be assured that you're able to do the job when you join us as well. So I think there are some interviews that we are very realistic to say that we do have in-person interviews because of the nature of the role and what we expect in terms of delivery as well. Yes.
Yeah, I see. Agree with that one. All right, guys, unfortunately, we don't have much time. I would love to answer or relay the questions as much as possible, but don't worry. If we cannot answer the questions now, you can always visit our website. We have there a lot of booths, or we actually even have there the career coaches booth as well. Just have to click on Get Prepped with the Career Advisors, and you can get right on the spot questions or answers from your questions rather. And don't worry, we also have a few more sessions later on. In fact, we also have one this afternoon as well. And I have to say, thank you so much, Joyce, for sharing. And that's very,
pleasure.
Yeah, thank you so much,
pleasure.
ladies and gentlemen, for sharing your time with us and your interest with us. Don't forget again, we are actually partnered with Future Learn. If you want to learn more about the courses that they have offered, you can always get in touch with us or online as well. Just click on the Level Up Career or Your Career on the website. So to get more information about the career that they're offering. And you all have a great day. Thank you so much, everyone, for staying online. And bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Joyce. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Thanks, Jay. Thank you.